everyone, and welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas. On this episode, I'm going to show you how I created this really lovely home banner here. I've just got it tied loosely above my fireplace, so I'll go up closely so you can have a really good look at it. And it's made with chipboard letters, some distressing, some old photo frames, and some seam binding ribbon. So on this episode, I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas one with the words December 25th. I didn't put a year in it so that you could use it year after year. So let's get started. I first found the idea in the Best of Stampington and Company Handcrafted magazine. It's volume 7, and here it is on this page here, how they did theirs. And then I realized that I had purchased a whole pile of old photo mats from a garage sale. I think I got 30 of them for around $5. So let me just grab them. Hang on. So they look like this. And so what I did is I opened them up here. Hang on. I opened them up here. I cut away this side here, so I was just left with one blank piece that looks just like this. And then I inserted, instead of a photo, this is Tim Holtz paper pack. I think it's from the Paper Stash one. And I inserted this vintage picture of buttons there. And this was the reverse side there, which was sort of an antique distressed red color. I had these Bohemian embossed chipboard letters for so long, and I never did use them because they are so large. I think they're about 3 inches large, and I've just never had the opportunity to use them until now. So I took Distress inks, and I did the green one. I did D, E, and C for December in green. I think it was Shabby Shutters. And then I sort of edged it with that gold Rub and Buff. And I spritzed it very lightly with Glimmer Mist. And then I did the 25 in a red color. Maybe it'll show up better on the button page. Yeah. So there's the 2 and the 5. And did the same thing. I did this in the red brick, or I can't remember the names of all these colors, but, and then of course I edged it in the Rub and Buff and spritzed it with Glimmer Mist. So I'm going to go on, I need 5 frames for December 25, and oh, here's my asterisk I'm using as my dot after December. And so I'm going to use completely different but distressed looking paper, printed paper. So I've got this script scrap piece here. I used one of them in the home banner. So I'm going to cut a piece 5 by 7, which is quite easy because these frames are already ready for 5 by 7 mat. So I'm going to use that one, this music one, which is from the Tim Holtz Christmas line. And I'm going to use this one that's a student handbook, that piece right there for the remaining 3. So hi, so I'm going to take you through the process. I started with one already, and I am using brush corduroy. And I have to tell you, usually I use vintage photo when I'm distressing, but I absolutely love the look of brush corduroy. If you can see it here, it's kind of got a little bit more yellow in it. And it just makes, when you're using papers that are already kind of that distressed old looking, and just add a little bit of that brush corduroy, it makes the process so much quicker. So all I did was just go around the edges with the brush corduroy. I'll start one right here. Hold on a second while I reach. I'll do this red one. So you can see the difference between the two, but I'll show you how quickly it works. I was just amazed because, again, like I say, I'm a vintage photo person. So I just kind of rubbed it all around in odd places and then completely around the edges. I wanted to tone down that little gold frame in there so it didn't look so new, although these are not new frames. And they're wonderful because they're very, very porous, kind of a cardboard material. And so I made sure I got some also all over the background. And then I took, this one's called Suede, and just added a few shots all over because I love the effect that the Distress ink gets when it starts to make little spots when it dries. I'll dry a little bit with my gun here. So you can see it drying right there, and I'll show you when it's dry what it looks like. So that kind of a look right there, those spots. It just looks so authentically distressed. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all 5 of these, and I'll be right back. So I've gone ahead and distressed all of my frames. I love how they turned out. This is the only one where I use different colors because it's a Tim Holtz Christmas paper, and it has that resist on it, if you can see there. And what I did was use Fire Brick here and Shabby Shutters here, and then again I used the other brown one. What did I say it was called? Scattered, no, not Scattered Straw, but the one I mentioned before. Gathered Twigs, yes, all the way around. So now I'm going to go ahead and mount on with a glue gun my letters. So I'm going to put the D there. And I think I noticed this with the home ones too, that the letters kind of blend into the page. So I'm just going to take that Gathered Twigs and just kind of edge around the edges just to let them stand out just a tiny, tiny bit. You still see the gold and everything else, but the dark edge kind of helps it pop off the page just a little bit. There, you can see that there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and all the rest of the letters with a glue gun. So I'm all done gluing them all down, as you can see. Oops. Where's the C? Here it is. DEC 25, December 25th. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my big bite and I'm going to punch the largest hole on the big bite, which is the back one, which if you have one, be the largest hole on your Crop-A-Dile as well. And right here in this corner where this mat and this mat, the center of that V, I'm going to punch a hole on either side of each of these picture frames. So I have my finished banner, well almost finished, lying here on my sofa so you can have a good look at it. And if you look here closely, you can see how I threaded it. I went through from the front through the back with a long, long piece of this beige ribbon, threaded it around, came around up through the front of the first one, down, across the back and up, and so on and so forth till it came out the other end like that. And then on the other end, you can see this sort of burgundy deep red ribbon. I took an extra piece of ribbon, like so, folded it in half, and then I'm just going to tie it around this ribbon here and knot it there so it creates sort of a tassel like that. So there's my December 25th banner. Super easy to make, super cool. Loved it. And here again is the one I made over the fireplace, the home one, which is done mostly in neutral beiges and browns. So I'm going to trim the ribbons a little bit, although I like them looking kind of shabby, but if there's any frayed strings hanging down, I'm going to trim it off. So I hope you guys give that a try. It's a very cool gift idea. Super easy and looks really awesome. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.